Hello, welcome back. Teh Tarik Hour. As always, we are back again.
Yeah, actually, last week we have take a rest.
We take a rest and we uploaded a old video on durian ramen.
Durian ramen.
Which
Here is Azreen. You know, introduce yourself.
oh, okay. Before we get into anything, as always, I'm Azreen
I'm Ah Kit,
and we are the two Malaysians.
Malaysian guys.
We are Malaysian guys who are talking about Teh Tarik Hour. And if this is the first time watching us, we talk about a lot of current things, stupid things,
Oh, yes.
any things that we want to talk about and
Actually,
share
more
our
about
dumb
our
opinion,
nonsense about Malaysia.
share our nonsense opinion about it lah.
Yeah.
So if this is your first time watching, we thank you for watching, and also please, if you do enjoy watching and you comment, subscribe, because 90% of you watch did not subscribe, and that would really help if you guys subscribe and comment and share and like all that nonsense.
yeah.
Because we've had some good response to the videos of a certain famous lady, a lady comedian who's no longer Singaporean. Just so you know.
Yeah, we're back to her again.
It is unfortunate that we have to talk about her again.
Mm-mm.
And the person we're talking about is Jocelyn Chia. It seems like she always has to be on Malaysian news lah. Again, just a quick recap. She made fun of
Yup.
certain Malaysian aspects, and the one that really went overboard is the plain jokes lah.
Mm-mm.
And the thing is, this could have been an easy story. She said that stupid thing, she apologized, and then things will go over.
Mm-mm.
But instead, she did not apologize, and she continued to focus on saying Malaysia is not that good. And then she went on the podcast with this lady, another comedian lady, and make fun of the
370 MH370.
the number of people who died. It just said it's
Yes.
only 200 people. What? It was like, and they laughed about it, man. It's like terrible. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how a person can think so badly like that.
Because you can't do this as a joke and then you are already guilty, but you are not to admit it.
Okay, let's wait first. Let's not jump the gun and say guilty lah. You make it sound like she did like an illegal thing, man. All she did was make a stupid joke, and we all agree it's stupid lah. And
Stupid joke.
it's we should
It's a
criticize.
mistake. It's a
We
mistake.
criticize her for it lah. But to go to say that she's a criminal or something like that, a bit nonsense to me. you think she's on the same level of, I don't know, Saddam Hussein like this, is it? Or Osama bin Laden, is it?
Because in terms in the internet world, he is a criminal.
Oh,
he's a criminal.
in the court of internet.
Court of the internet.
Court of internet, particularly Singapore and Malaysia internet.
She is a criminal.
She is a criminal. Need to go to justice. Actually, Singapore also not really that intense to find her lah. It's just Malaysia. It's very, and I get your anger lah. I get people's anger, but
Yeah.
does it need to come to that point? Well, I mean,
But I let the people who are decide.
I mean, it's up to personal lah.
She is still willing to put in the jail or what? I don't know lah. No.
I mean, okay, I don't know to what extent that she deserves to be jailed. But, I mean, it turns out she tried to do, or at least the internet says she wanted to do, an apology tour.
Yeah.
Apparently, someone somewhere posted on social media that Jocelyn Chia, and the lady that she had the discussion about the 200 people die,
Mm.
they were going to do a comedy tour, apology tour in Malaysia. Which when I saw that, I thought to myself, is she crazy? Is it want to kill herself? Is it?
No,
This is like literally like suicide bombing already.
I don't think because he want to come to Malaysia. Actually, they want to, because got the viewers and sometimes got a lot of people who are watch these shows. That's why I come to Malaysia to make it more happening. It's
But how would you even, in your logical sense, think that would go well? For sure, people will come there to antagonize you, to attack you, one lah. Like, would you think like what's the outcome that will happen when she comes over to do that kind of comedy tour?
Don't know. Maybe people will be throw the
Tomato,
tomato or throw the egg on the stage.
the rotten egg.
Rotten egg.
I mean that's probably what's gonna happen, or at least the KL municipal thing, like the KL what will shut down the event or something like that.
However, this is the fake news.
But turns out, yes, it is fake. And I mean, part of me is kind of upset because if she did come to Malaysia, that will make great content for us.
maybe she go to Singapore or something. Maybe we try to go in Singapore attack her.
You really got to go to Singapore. I'm not even going to Singapore to watch Coldplay, man. And you're willing to go to Singapore for Jocelyn.
Now Taylor Swift already,
Taylor Swift, oh yeah. Hey, don't play lah. Taylor Swift 6 nights, right? Coldplay also up to 6 nights also, bro.
But Coldplay, he opened a concert in Malaysia, ma.
One night only, bro. One night.
One night in Malaysia.
I mean, like, moving on from Jocelyn Chia, actually, that's a good jumping point in terms of like talking about Malaysian perspective in a way, lah. We see this a lot of foreign acts avoiding Malaysia lately, particularly in terms of the entertainment act, and you know, it's with good reason, right? Because apparently nowadays Malaysia hasn't been the best in the view of international public eye, lah.
I mean, Malaysia. Do you feel Malaysia currently is going the backwards? It's some kind of like last time you can see Linkin
like
Park
regressing, going back to
yes, backward. We're going backward.
I find that very funny, you know, because like you say we are going backwards, right? Like we are regressing. We are going traditional like that.
Yes.
But traditionally, Malaysia in the past was quite open. You see in the 60s, 70s, all very open one. You see the ladies walking, wearing,
yes.
and the men all the time, and also like,
you know, you find out some old videos, especially the last time I watched some old YouTubes, especially 19s or 20 earlier. You see the people wearing, not some Malay also not wearing tudong or something.
Yeah, very free
open,
one.
Very free. Not like now, so conservative.
So it's not really to say that Malaysia is becoming more going backwards. It's more like we are moving forward towards conservative movement. One very, not say popular lah, a more general opinion is that Malaysia is becoming a bit more Taliban. Is it in the fact that Taliban is a very Muslim conservative, like very rigid, very radical Muslim conservative aspect of Islam. And that is what's happening now with a lot of the political parties, leaders, pushing that kind of agenda lah.
Okay, I have a question. If let's say for this thing, Malay group people welcome this Taliban's thing to come over to Malaysia, is no concerts. I don't like Coldplay. Is it okay for you guys? But for us as a Chinese, especially the recent case in the Terengganu or some girl is wearing a short pants and with the t-shirts, it gonna fine.
For indecent wearing, right?
Indecent wearing. But
attire.
for this thing, if let's say that I know lah, it's indecent. Maybe she is at home or wearing this kind of shirts. Yeah.
But the thing is, right, that case, right, that indecent attire for that Chinese lady, it was in her shop, inside her premise, okay? So the police or the people there had to go inside her shop and then purposely to look for her there. That feels very targeted, don't you think? Like, you imagine, you are just sitting there in your shop lot, chincai, relax. Then suddenly police come here and say, you look ugly, you look indecent, I will fine you right now.
Don't know whether this case is like the politic people are playing the game or something. It's like,
but you say that it's a politic, right? And you will assume like, okay, this is probably like a conservative party, like PAS, like this,
using it as a tool.
But the funny thing is, Bersatu, which is part of Perikatan Nasional and part of PAS, is the one that is condemned them for doing that role. I find that hilarious. Bersatu, man. Bersatu, the people who are like the choice for Malay conservative after betraying UMNO, they are the one criticized this thing. Like, I don't understand what's going on anymore, man. It's like you want to promote conservatism, but at the same time, you also reprimand people for doing this kind of thing. Like, pick a side, make a choice, man. Things are too jumping there already. You know?
I think it's too conservative, lah.
Okay, well,
I cannot understand. I really cannot understand.
in your
For-
perspective, all right. Like in your perspective, have you really seen the high rise of conservative movements and living in Malaysia?
Okay, for Chinese wise, for my perspective view, wear a short is this one is the freedom of or the right of the humans. It's because we actually hello Malaysia weather is so hot. You every day you want us to wear a long pant. I also cannot tahan. If let's say for weekend, I just wear a short pant and the one a slipper. Why cannot? You see, you go a beach or go somewhere, you go even a shopping mall lah. You can see people wearing a slipper and wearing the shorts everywhere. You can see what. But you see, the girl is cannot. Oh, so the girl must be. You have to wear a skirt or wear the short until your knee.
Bro, it's not just that lah. I mean, you know the recent case of the doctors, the nurses, their clothes is too tight. The past MP say he say, "Oh, nurses, their clothes too tight, distracting me already." Like, what level of tightness do you think they are wearing, man? They're wearing for like efficiency. It's not like they need to wear all the skirt like long skirt like that one.
But I seriously I didn't realize this is very like is the girl attract you or
But
something?
the thing is, right? Here's the thing I want to ask you.
Watch too much porn, is it? Is it?
But this is the thing I want to ask. I want you to think about, right? All these issues is being brought up by all these politicians.
Mm-mm.
But is that representative of the people? Do you think the average Malaysian have time to think about, oh, the nurse wearing too tight, or the shop lady wear too short skirt or too short pants already? Like, I think, right, in my opinion, average Malaysian don't care one. Like, ask yourself, do you really care about what that lady was wearing when she was in the shop? You don't even know, ma. You're not even there. And a lot of people who won't even notice this issue until the police bring it up or they will find.
They want to make it as a news and let people who have this when you call
It's a propaganda lah. It's a machinery of political propaganda lah. But it's effective apparently because PAS won big in the last election, and there is belief that in the upcoming state elections, they might win big lah. And it's based on the fact that there is a Malay are not happy because of what's going on.
But seriously, for those politicians, or for them, I not dare to voice out loud because some Malay politician people are really care about the Malay group of people. This is the things I want to mention.
Okay.
Like the politician people.
This is the thing. People always say, politicians are supposed to work for the people and everything like that, right? And then like only now people say like, seems like they're not working that well.
Okay, we talk about the big fish. The Dr. M.
Dr. M, okay.
You can see him. Actually, his money, he are richer than Robert Koch. He are richer than Robert Koch. Maybe I don't know. This maybe is but is he doing something charity or is he doing some group of fund to help out the Malay group, the poor people who are helping up them? Okay,
here's the thing. I will try to defend Mahathir a bit in the fact that individualism cannot be the way to uplift society. You cannot rely on one person to make the change towards the system. What is the problem? The problem is the system. And to Mahathir's point, he should not be responsible. Like, he should not be paying out of pocket to give to direct people directly to make money or what. But what he should have done is to change the system that he created, which is a system that benefits Malay, certain ones, and then let the poor, hardcore poor, suffer. So in that sense that Is Mahathir working for the people? Is Mahathir helping the people? My answer to that is absolutely no. Is Mahathir helping or the Malay? Is Mahathir providing help for the Malay? My answer to that is half. Why? Because the half that he helps are those within his pocket that help him. While as the other half, which is the people who actually need help, you die lah. To be honest, I tell straight lah. You won't. You can die. Say, oh Mahathir help me all this thing. If you are still poor after Mahathir being in power so long, you should realize something is wrong there.
Yeah, the system. You're right. The system actually.
We always want to say that, oh, it's the individual that needs to make the change. No, man. The system is the reason why we are here, okay? And the people in power do not want to change the system. And I'm not just saying Mahathir, I'm also talking about Anwar. We always see him, oh, reformist man, we will make progressive change. What progressive change he has made? What policies did he provide to, say, help the Chinese community? What policy that he brought out to provide for the Indian community? And then let's look at the Malay community. What is he actually talking about in order to help the actual hardcore poor? Sure, he will give some handout, but is that enough? No, ma. He still have allow monopolies. GLC position, give to who? People in his party that he thinks deserve it. Not actual people who actually deserve the title. So in the sense of political party, anyone who's above 40 years old can die off. Because their mentality is not to help the people, I tell you straight. Their mentality is not about helping people, their mentality is about winning seats, winning position.
You want to mention about the new generation that come out, it's Muda, is it?
I would love to say Muda, but let's be honest, Sheikh Sadiq is like Mahathir 2.0. Why? He okay, we all know that he used to be Mahathir punya protege lah, okay? But his desire for power, man, I think can rival Mahathir. Why else would he be willing to go solo on the upcoming state election? He wants to establish himself, and he wants to establish Muda as a powerful thing. Will it work? I don't think so. I don't think he will win the state election, but it's a good move for him to step away from PH and step away from DAP and all this.
His group is still small because still Muda.
But he's quite fireable. Lim Kit Siang tell him, don't so rushing lah, you young man, you should be patient. Syed Sadiq on Twitter say, hey, Lim Kit Siang, shut up lah you. You see your Pakatan Harapan never listen to what I say, then you don't respect me, so I'm not going to respect you already, like that kind of thing. But overlooking that, in terms of conservatism in Malaysia, how is political party helping or adding to that lah? Like for me, right, I don't know about you lah. For me, I've always seen like PAS and everything. They use it as a tool. They need to use it as a tool. Otherwise, they wouldn't win elections at all, man. They only win based on fear and putting the scare into people and putting other people who are not, the same as a scary monster. I don't know, what do you feel that fear from other Malays in terms of like how PAS promote their policies are? Like, do you see when PAS say enemies of Allah cannot win Kedah? The preacher there say, the ustad say.
But if let's say for me, it's too, I can say these words, it's to use the religions and this thing is too much already. For me, for my perspective, because Malay is a race. Before that, before Muslim, there
is their own culture, right?
They have their own culture. It's like Kelantan, Kelantan, you can go in Kelantan and see wayang kulit and all the Malay
but
culture.
I feel like those are dying out, right?
Yes, there's a dying out. You see the culture is dying out. But for my, because religions is the way who are lead, actually religions lead the people who are go to the good. I can say all the religion is the same.
I mean, basically, fundamentally, religion, the point is to make you a better person.
Yes, better person.
The idea is that religion is what teaches morality, how you to be moral. I don't necessarily agree, but
nowadays, you use as a weapon, it's very dangerous. You say, oh, you cannot wear this because you are overuse the religions to control the people.
You're using it to your advantage in order to fear the people, to make it listen to you, all this thing.
Yes. It's like the old time, Roman Catholic. You know Roman Catholics, right? They use the Catholic as a tool to control the people who are as a slave. You know the Catholic is some kind of like this. The happen will be in Malaysia as well, but it's using it the other way. It's using Islam. It's using a Muslim as a control the people's. Same thing also. The history is coming back. This is what I think lah.
But I think that speak to the fact that that kind of tactic is very effective, lor. Fear as a tool is very effective to control the masses, right? Like when you are afraid, you make irrational decisions. But what is the fear that is being put into? Like the longest time I always hear is that DAP is the reason for everything wrong, man. But I don't even know like what exactly did they do to make that.
It's sometimes like just reason. I saw one YouTuber is saying he also joined the Sheraton movement that time, and then he said every time if let's say we have a same enemy, it's a DAP. You don't have the same enemy every time. Oh, this road got pocho. DAP lah, do the good work lah.
Bad road.
The education, how come like that? DAP lah. We have the same enemy every time. You have to point up the enemy. This enemy out.
I find it funny that people always say, oh, the power is DAP. But DAP has never been in power.
Yeah.
So how did they do it? What did they do? Like some kind of shadow attack, is it?
The only things, no matter is which politician party, even MCA or whatever, the people who are got the power is not because of the people who are help up the people who are on the ground, the people who are poor, this group of people, they want to earn their own pocket money. Even MCA also same thing. What? You see the MCA?
Oh, last time MCA is very.
You see the MCA? Oh, I don't have any pocket money. They want to earn the pocket money only, their own pocket money.
So the question is like, what's the point of being a politician then?
The MCA, you think they are help up the Chinese group people, man?
I have never.
The rich people, they are help lah.
Hey, but they always do the party the mooncake festival
Yeah.
and then you go there, you makan, then the politician come. Oh, come, eat free food. Don't forget to support me,
But you see some people is really poor. The Chinese the group not all, every Chinese is very rich in the Malaysia.
Wait, what? But no, all Malays. A lot of Malays
they give the food or something.
They think Chinese are pop or which one?
Some kind like they also want to make their own one.
You see the Forbes richest people, all Chinese and Indian,
You know the Raman, all the student is from those poor family. They help out them. It's very less. They help maybe help. They assist. Maybe 100 ringgit, 80 ringgit to my pocket, 20 ringgit I pay for the student.
But that's enough to get you to vote already, is it?
Yeah, I help. 20 ringgit for help. 80 ringgit in the pocket, right? Hello? This thing, I don't know whether Malay group is same kind of like this kind of concept.
I'm sure there is
everyone also very selfish,
because it has to be the case. If not, why until now we still have issues in state like Kelantan, where there's like people who are so poor they can't even afford to buy food, terrible environmental issues like flooding, all this, and no infrastructure to prevent that from happening. Where all the money go? Where the money go? But you see past, they bought a new BMW, Mercedes, and all this. Why? And the problem is DAP.
DAP not allow me to do the
I
charity.
need to buy the car to protect myself from DAP. Thank you. I don't know, man. It's like, it's so obvious they're not trying to help the people, but the people don't see that because you are fed fear mongering.
I think wake up the Malaysians.
I don't think so.
I don't.
The last time we tried to wake up is Bersih, man, and you know what happened? Sheraton move. That's what happened, bro.
Serious. If let's say for us, we only choose the one is the bad orange, the other is a bad
Apple.
You want to choose the bad apple or bad orange? Do you choose which one? Bad also
Which flavor you feel like eating lah? This week I feel like apple lah. So
apple
the next set day maybe I want bad orange.
Bad orange and bad apple. Then
We're a lose-lose situation lah. And the problem is like all this leads towards the idea that Malaysia is becoming a fundamentalist conservative country there. And that is further trying to isolate ourselves from the rest of the world, I feel like. Because when you start doing that, again, would we end up like the Taliban in that sense? Would we end up like a country that's isolated from everyone else? Is that the end game that we want to be? Is Mahathir feel like that is such a great idea that we isolate ourselves from the rest of the world just so we can protect Malay rights?
I don't know what Dr. M think of lah. You see
Malay Proclamation, bro.
yeah, last time the recent news also Dr. M has mentioned the LGBT you know the LGBT things, right? He said the so nonsense. The LGBT is a haiwan. It's not manusia, The people who are gay or lesbian is a haiwan. This kind of thing.
This kind of like rhetoric of reducing human beings to animals, man.
We have respect even the different people and different people, they are different tastes.
Yeah, but why do they hate? Why do they treat LGBT as like all this like lesser than human? Because they feed the fear that all LGBT here want to groom you, want to hasut you or all these things.
No lah, I think it's because the water also lah. It come back to the past, right? Of course, the past they always cannot. We are so what you call that?
We are correct or we are moral, is it?
We have a moral, but
moral.
But one thing, if let's say really moral, I don't know how I find out based on what mentioned we are last few episodes that we mentioned. A lot of those children married the old man in the Malay group, right?
Oh my god!
Is it true?
Zoom in. Oh. Yes, child marriages is still high in states like more conservative states because apparently that's okay. But when LGBT try to deal with children, that's wrong apparently. Well, the fact is, anything to do with sexualizing children is wrong. Don't care if you're LGBT, you are not LGBT or whatever. If you try to do that, you are wrong. Okay, doesn't make it any better if you're like.
I don't know. This
Muslim.
episode will come out, we get people shoot, or haram these two people.
Well, good thing that guns is illegal in Malaysia. So unless you are like a gangster, but I don't know what gangster will actually watch our content. So don't worry about that, and don't worry about knife attack or sword attack. Those are also illegal in Malaysia. So don't worry, we won't get attacked. I hope lah.
We cut here.
No, we will put in. Paling you got batu lah. Someone will throw a stone at you.
I don't know lah.
But I mean, don't you feel like it's getting too crazy nowadays? Like the level of frenzy. I think that's the best way to describe it. This is frenzy, How afraid are you of, Western propaganda that you want to boycott every single Western performance here? Like, do you think if Taylor Swift were to make a concert in Malaysia, do you think there won't be any demonstration to protest against her coming here?
What's wrong? I also don't know what's wrong if let's say Taylor Swift come to Malaysia for performance. What's wrong with her?
I tell you why. Because she support LGBT mah.
Oh, okay. I know lah. Even the Swatch, they come up the rainbow watch their band also. Because the rainbow, is it the color, is it?
Yes. You watch the rainbow, you become LGBT already, bro.
Walao, this thing, so sensitive at that.
Which is funny, They always say like, all these progressive people, they are the most sensitive people.
So the Swatch is not come up the rainbow
Pride collection, no. I think they
ban in Malaysia.
Ban.
What?
I mean, I don't know ban lah. You can still buy it online from their site, I think, directly.
You
But
cannot
you
buy
can find it on the store lah.
Cannot buy in Malaysia outlets lah, the Swatch outlet lah.
I cannot.
Oh.
Cannot, LGBT,
LGBT ah.
But like, it's not like Malaysia is the only one that does this lah. Saudi Arabia, of course, also ban like LGBT and all this kind of.
But okay.
But we are not Saudi Arabia. That's the
Next
problem.
time the unicorn, those kind of color, then the ice cream, ban also. I know the walls ice cream, right? Rainbow.
Yes. That was
ban also.
that was the argument lah, the back and forth, right? But then the people will counter back.
The wall ice cream.
I know, the flangy, all this, the rainbow lah. But you know the comeback to that is what? They purposely say it's pride merchandise. They purposely say it is LGBT merchandise. That's why we cannot have it. But on the actual watch itself, the one that's being sold on Kedai, right? Sold in the outlets, right? It's only rainbow colored. And it doesn't even put the pride or anything like that, or gay or anything like that, on the watch itself. That kind of specific merchandise, right? You can only buy online, not on their store.
That's why next time we watch or we see the rainbow on the sky. So, this one is a God sign.
No, you need to see, does God put LGBT there or not? If God the wording LGBT there, then it's a thing. Or you say pride there, then it's a thing. If not, it's okay one. If you see the pedal pop, the rainbow pedal pop,
pedal pop.
pedal pop. You need to see the code. Got pride, got LGBT, then you need to.
How come some our life is become so complicated Just a very simple thing Last time we are young time do have this complicated.
Because you don't need to fear people that time to get them.
filter you know now.
No, back then it was easier to make people happy one. Like you give them a bit, they're already happy because it doesn't take much to survive and to earn back then. Now again, system has made it that you are struggling all the time, and they don't want you to get angry at the system, because if the system of capitalism and all this die, that means the people in power also die, and they cannot cari makan. So what do? They focus the enemy on other things like LGBT, like pride, like DAP, and all this other nonsense, so that you don't look at the real problem.
Can we have back our peace, Malaysia?
Impossible.
Like old time peace.
You need to let the current.
Harmony.
You need to let the current old people disappear first. In a video game, that is.
You get a weapon. We go and
Hey,
shoot.
don't. YouTube. Don't violence. We need to. We don't want to lose monetize. Okay.
This is only our weapon now. Okay.
My words are
Our
my
words.
weapon.
Our words is a weapon.
Wow. The pen is mightier than the sword.
Our voice, our sound.
Hey, but to tell straight it is very effective If not, how does PAS win? If not, how does Mahathir win? That's the way. Wow, we already talked over half an hour already. But I mean, listen, conservatism is a very touchy subject in Malaysia, especially nowadays that it's becoming evident that this kind of ideology is becoming more popular. And the fact that is that people don't know any better. I will tell straight, I'm an idiot. I don't know, I'm a stupid guy also. So sometimes I don't really know the difference between the truth and fiction.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, we rely on people in power to help us understand this thing. The problem now is the people in power is also stupid as well. So we end up going down the drain even more.
We cannot differentiate what is wrong, what is right. It's a grey zone. It's bigger and bigger. You know the grey zone. I'm talking about the grey zone. We are living in the grey zone currently.
I mean, people wants it to be black and white. Easy to say right and wrong. But the problem is you can't simply see like that anymore, right?
Yes.
Just like, LGBT and the idea of sexuality and how it's a spectrum. You're not simply man or woman anymore. We come to a realization that, there is so many in between as well.
Yeah.
You can be non-binary, you can be like gender fluid and all this. It is new, it is a bit scary to not know things. But it doesn't mean that you have to, attack them. It's not like they are attacking you also.
But as a human, as a human, or as long as you live in happily and you live in, I don't bother anyone, I not attack anyone, I just live my own.
Yeah, but that's not gonna win election. You got to remember, at the end of the day, will that rhetoric, will that thinking make you win the election or not? The always the way is attack the opponent to make them look bad and make you look like a hero.
Okay. I don't know what's the politician people, what's the thinking. They're thinking, I joined the politician, I want to make money. It's like a career. It's like you do a job in some companies, like MNC companies, and I have a very good career, then make money, win a big money from these politicians. But seriously, the politician actually is as a servant, government servant, who are serve the country and the people. This is the truth. You as a politician, you are not take the advantage to the people and the this is the right. If let's say, as a politician, I want to do the right thing. I want to contribute to my country. This is the way. It's a right way to the politician.
Yeah,
but it's a very dream lah.
But the thing is, to them, what they think is serving the country is to eradicate all these like enemies in the country. Enemies like DAP. Enemies like gay people. That's what they think they're doing to make the country better. Because once you defeat that enemy, then the country will be prosperous.
Because we are living under one roof, we are Malaysian. Actually, Malaysian, we have a Chinese or a lot of races is different. Of course, we have a very different of thought, different of thinking or whatever lah. Maybe our culture also different.
Cannot be like that, man. If there's
we have to accept. Okay, as let's say lah, I'm Chinese. Okay, if let's say Malay, they have their own religion. Yes, we are respect you or some other races. Same thing also. You are respect to other people who are wearing this and that because they didn't offend you, attack you or something. I didn't do this thing, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, if it doesn't harm you,
yeah,
in a very bodily way, like it doesn't provoke you or something like that, then it shouldn't be an issue. But we come to the point that everything is so sensitive that even a little bit wrong already is considered criminal offense.
Like, okay, come back to some the thing is the one of the minister or whatever who I don't know lah. The one of the Chinese guy say lah, the bak kut teh. You know that?
Oh yeah, they want to make it a cultural food.
Cultural food. Then it says the pork cannot be the national food or something.
They harm the sensitivity.
But I can say lah, in Malaysia, we have a Chinese here. We are contribute even in the Kuala Lumpur things can see. Kuala Lumpur, a lot of Chinese are contribute to this country, as same as Malay group of people as well. So why not we are do something? Hey, I'm not saying we are.
But that's the thing. Like it's the thing that they see it as when you put it there, you are tempting the Muslims to accept pork is good. That's the fear there lah. Even though to the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter, right? It's not like just because the list is there doesn't mean you have to eat the pork one.
Yeah, this is the thing.
It's like people are afraid that when you put it there, you might be attracted to do it. Okay? But here's the thing, and I want people to realize this. Okay? Let's say you watch a gay video, and then you watch the gay video, you become attracted to the gay people. That's the idea lah. That how gay people control normal people. My friend, if you watch a gay video and you become attracted to gay video, you are a gay person, okay? If you see a food that has pork in it and you are attracted to eat pork food, you just like eating pork. It's not about what, bro. You want to eat it. If I see pork food and I don't feel like eating, then I don't eat it, man. It's that simple.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you see a girl wearing tight clothes, you feel like you want to rape the girl,
Yeah.
You are a rapist, actually. It's that simple. It doesn't have to worry about other things. It's about you, man. I don't look at a girl and I think, oh, I want to rape this girl already. That makes me want to be a rapist, okay? That makes me a rapist.
Same thing also. Even Chinese group, I've got some friends in Buddhism. They are vegetarian, and then we hang out, we go out makan. Oh, okay, you are vegetarian. I respect you. But I eat meat. Okay, I eat meat. Though because you are vegetarian, I'm not necessarily follow you as a vegetarian. I eat veggie. right?
Yeah. So
Something is like, oh, we can also sit on the same table, or maybe you eat vegetarian, you not call the meat lah. You call for other foods, only the veggie you can eat. Same thing.
we don't have to force yourself onto that side.
We are
also,
respect. We are the same table who are makan. Same
exactly.
table.
We all can come to the same table and be normal.
Yeah,
okay?
it's just normal.
Just be normal, man. That's the only thing.
I respect you, but I didn't say, oh, this pork very good, this meat very good. You eat lah. I don't do this thing.
You call the guy to swap like
You're
This is
vegetarian.
pork.
Eat lah, this meat very good. This very barbecue things very good. You don't eat you loogie lah, man. I don't say this thing. I respect. Oh, okay, you are.
Also, if you at the point you see the pork and you feel like, oh, if I see the pork, I'm tempted to eat it. Means you want to eat pork lah.
Okay, this is other story. If let's say you are vegetarian, you say you want to eat my meat. Okay, I say meat, not pork. Maybe I eat chicken or something. You know, no, every time I eat pork. Okay, I eat chicken. Okay, chicken. I say, hey, chicken. Okay, you want? I don't ask you, but you are asked me to take the chicken. Then I say, you know vegetarian me? I will say, you are Buddhism. No, or they say, you want to try? You can try. Of course, this is your freedom.
That's your choice, ma.
Your choice. But you have a religion.
Don't blame it on the other people. lah.
Yes, you have a religion. You have always go to your... I don't know lah. Go by because Buddhism don't have Bible ma. Maybe they go for
the Sanskrit. All this.
I don't know what's then they say vegetarian. Okay, and they don't eat. Then okay lah. Because every week you go for the temple to do this thing, to service the temple. Then I don't know lah.
But is that thing like the sensitive aspect of it
yes.
The fact that you just can't be normal about it. The fear of like, oh, it's not halal. We have to be careful or something like that. Like, you don't have to go there if you don't want to go there. Then okay, there are plenty of choices in the world that you can go and not be afraid of that situation.
The picture is, if let's say can we be harmony sitting on one table? Even you are vegetarian, you are pork lover, you are whatever lover, we are sitting at the same table, we are harmony having a lunch or having a dinner. This is a very important. It's same like in Malaysia here, we have to in the same table to eat our own food, but in harmony. It's not say, oh, you want no good, that one no good. No. Wow, I cannot feel like I'm very.
You need to be careful all the time.
I just want to eat here, just a very harmony, and just eat. I mean, having my lunch or having my dinner.
You just want to eat in peace, right? You just want to live in peace.
You don't make a
and
noise.
You just want to make your life better in the sense of
yes.
We're looking at a bigger perspective. It's just that we don't need to want to worry about all this.
Yeah, you make so much noise, bro.
Wow, how much noise is in your life?
I mean, everyone is making a noise. Then how you lesser to finish
how can
meal?
you comfortably finish your meal?
That's lesser. That's
not comfortable. Okay.
Same thing, everyone lah.
But that's the thing. That's how they mobilize people by making things uncomfortable. When you're uncomfortable, you're more willing to do something about it. What? That's the only way. You can't run on. Unfortunately, you can't run on a feel-good campaign. You can't be like, oh, we want to make your life better. We want to make people more harmony. That doesn't sell, bro. Yeah. That's not money, okay?
You don't have any money.
No money there. Drama makes money. So that's why we are constantly have that feel of there's danger all around. No?
You see, because if let's say I'm the one who meat lover, I can group a meat lover to attack her. Why you not eat meat? So good, no? I can group a
You sound like a bully, Sound like
bully
a bully.
her. Then she maybe found one group of vegetarian.
They come back.
Come back again. Oh, fight. Then we are people here. We just want to.
But instead of like looking of the person who started it, we just look at the problem and say, let's just fight, Instead of saying like, who started this? Who started this? In the end of the day, like let's say in the past rhetoric, who started all this talk? It's this politician that's purposely bring up this topic when there is no trouble in the first place. We have been together for how many years as a country? Like throughout that time, there was only one instance that it really came to a problem, which is the May 13 riot. And that is because things were pushed to that level. But other than that, most Malaysians are very harmonious with each
Yeah.
other because we can be
You
respectful
can
to
see
each other.
Sabah and Sarawak, that side different.
Absolutely a great example of you harmonious. But of course they don't have good economy because we suck their resources lah. You know, that's how it is.
The politic people lah.
All makan there, all take the thing and never give back to the people. I wonder who is at fault there. Oh, it's DAP fault. I think it's DAP. It's either DAP or the juice. These two only. These two. No other else. Not Mahathir or not any of his cronies. No. DAP and the juice. So, for this episode, we will blame all the DAP and the juice for anything that happens. Okay, whatever we said is not our fault. Not our fault. It's DAP. DAP fault.
Not our fault. We live in here. It's not our fault.
It's not our fault. It's LGE.
LGBT fault. LGBT fault.
Pride. All this is their fault. Not us. Even though I say it,
The Rambo force.
they force my brain. So don't blame me, Don't blame Ah Kit and Azreen, okay?
War ice cream fault.
It's all this mind control by this weird people. So at the end of the day, salah DAP. Okay, this was quite an episode. We hope you enjoy our discussions. We know sometimes you might not agree with it, but we do hope that you enjoy the journey of our discussion. We like to talk all the serious topic, but we also like to have fun with it. It doesn't have to be all the time, and we don't always have to agree and make Malaysia look like a very perfect country. We are not a perfect country. We got problems also.
We just enjoy whatever we have lah.
So we shouldn't be afraid to criticize it.
Yes.
But at the same time, we shouldn't be afraid to speak out our opinions as well.
Yes.
But don't be so mean lah. If anything you want to blame DAP.
But subscribe us.
Subscribe and comment as always.
Yes.
Thank you again for watching this episode. We will see you on the next one because if this doesn't do well,
Don't say like that
we
first.
blame DAP.
Blame the.
Okay, thank you, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.
Thank you.